You know the feeling, don't you? That eager anticipation as you pull away from the drive-thru, the smell filling your car. You reach into the bag, only to pull out a handful of limp, cold disappointment. There was a time when fast food fries were a dependable treat. Golden, crispy, and perfectly salted. But now, it feels like getting a good batch is a game of chance. Did they change the recipe? Are they cutting corners? And why do we keep paying more for less quality? Well, we're tired of gambling with our lunch. Today, we're settling the score. We are ranking America's fast food fries from the absolute worst to the undisputed champion. And this isn't just our opinion. We dove deep into online forums, analyzing thousands of comments from the real experts, you, the people who actually eat this stuff every week. We even listened to insiders, the employees themselves. We looked at consistency, value for your money, and the most important test of all, do they survive the car ride home? So grab your salt and ketchup, because we're starting at the very bottom of the barrel. And you will not believe which cult favorite burger joint serves up the most disappointing potatoes in America. It's a chain so beloved, its fry failure is almost tragic. Let's find out who it is.
15. And there you have it, folks. Coming in dead last at number 15. Oh, InNOut. This one hurts. This is the ultimate irony. People will drive across state lines, they'll wait in enormous lines for that legendary burger. But their fries? That's another story. It's so bad, one fan confessed this. I've literally ordered a double-double from InNOut, then driven to Whataburger to buy the fries. When your customers have to go to your competitor to complete their meal, you know you have a problem. The complaints run the gamut. Dry, soggy, greasy. But it's the texture that really gets people fired up. One person online had a, shall we say, unforgettable way of describing it. Like when you leave your mouth open when you sleep, and when you wake up, your entire mouth is full of dried saliva that crunches as you move your jaw. So what is going on here? How can they get the burger so right and the fries so wrong? Well, there's a fun conspiracy theory that they make the fries bad on purpose to encourage you to order them animal style. That's with all the sauce and onions. But the more likely reason comes from the employees themselves. InNOut prides itself on using fresh potatoes cut right there in the store every day, not frozen ones. Sounds great, right? But here's the kicker. Five Guys does the exact same thing, and their fries are delicious. So that freshness argument doesn't really hold up. In the end, it's just a big letdown from a place we all want to love. So, InNOut's fries might be a texture nightmare, but at least they taste like, well, potatoes. The same can't be said for our next entry. Coming up, the chain whose fries have been described as having a strange chemical aftertaste. You won't want to miss this one. 14. All right, we're moving on up the list. Well, barely. At number 14, we have the source of that chemical aftertaste I mentioned, Sonic. Ah, Sonic, America's drive-in, a place of fond, in-car memories, but apparently not for their fries. The biggest complaint we found wasn't about them being soggy or cold. It was something stranger. Every time I eat anything from Sonic, I get this strange aftertaste. All of it. It's a chemical aftertaste. When your fries taste like they came out of a chemistry set, that's a pretty bad sign. And even if you can get past the taste, you have to deal with the quality control lottery. Every time I go to Sonic, the fries always seem to be the tiny, crunchy ones at the bottom of the batch. But here's the most telling sign of Sonic's fry failure. the ultimate insult to a French fry. People have simply forgotten they exist and order the tater tots instead. As one person put it, and maybe a lot of us can agree, I was trying to remember what Sonic's fries are like and coming up completely blank. I only ever get tots from there. And they have a point, don't they? When was the last time you went to Sonic and didn't get the tater tots? So it's one thing when customers give up on your fries. It's a whole other level of bad when your own employees are publicly complaining about them. Coming up next, the chain where the staff themselves are asking, does corporate know that these things suck? Stick around.
13. Our next stop on this tour of tragic potatoes brings us to number 13, Dairy Queen. That's right, the queen of soft serve and blizzards seems to have a real problem in its savory department. We promised you a chain where the employees were sounding the alarm, and Dairy Queen delivered. One employee took to the internet to ask a very blunt question. Does corporate know that the fries at Dairy Queen suck? They're awful, flavorless, and don't last even the 7-minute hold time. When the crew themselves have given up, what hope do the rest of us have? Another person even added that corporate doesn't even know that half of the Dairy Queen menu sucks. But let's say you're an optimist and still want to take a chance. Even then, ordering fries at Dairy Queen is a total gamble, a game of fry roulette. People report getting completely different types of fries at different locations. You might get one kind in Wisconsin, but another kind in Ohio. You never know if you're getting shoestrings, crinkle cuts, or something else entirely. It's hard to be loyal to a fry when you don't even know what you're going to get. So while some fries seem to have always been bad, what about the ones that used to be great, the fallen heroes of the fast food world? Coming up next, we talk about the chain that, according to fans, had the best fries in the 90s and then threw it all away.
12. And that brings us to our tragic hero. At number 12, we have Wendys. If you grew up in the 80s or 90s, you know what we're talking about. Wendys fries weren't just good, they were legendary. The wave of nostalgia and current disappointment was overwhelming in the comments we read. Growing up in the 90s, they had the best fries, but then they changed their recipe. I swear they had amazing fries, and then one day they went healthier, and it ruined the fries. Healthier. That seems to be where the downfall began. People still don't understand why they tried to fix something that wasn't broken. So what are we left with today? The biggest complaint now is a strange one. They taste old, even when they're fresh out of the fryer. That's a special kind of failure. Occasionally, I get a batch that's good, but usually they taste like they've been under the lamp too long, even when I know they're fresh. Now, to be fair, there are a few lonely voices out there saying Wendys has upped their game recently. But that small whisper is drowned out by a sea of people who remember the glory days and are still asking one simple question: why? It's a sad story of a perfect product ruined by unnecessary changes. But unfortunately, Wendys wasn't the only victim of the great fry recipe massacre of the early 2000s. Coming up next, another king who lost his crown. You won't believe who else took a beloved fry and turned it into a source of disappointment. 11. And that fallen king is none other than Burger King, sliding in at number 11. The story here is so similar to Wendy's, it's almost eerie. Another case of a beloved classic gone. The wistful cries for the Burger King fries of the 90s were everywhere. The contrast between memory and reality is just too much for many people. As one recent customer put it, "I just got Burger King fries the other day and was so disappointed."
But perhaps the most creative and frankly brutal description of the current fries came from one user who said this: "They taste only slightly better warm than what you imagine fries you find when you clean your car would taste like cold." Now, what makes Burger King so interesting is there's a small but fierce group of defenders. They claim Burger King fries are actually good, crispy outside, fluffy inside, and that people have a knee-jerk reaction to hate Burger King. But these brave souls are swimming against a powerful tide of disappointment from people who just can't forget how good things used to be. So, it seems changing a classic fry recipe is a cardinal sin. But what about getting rid of a beloved potato product altogether? Coming up next, we enter the top 10 with a chain that sparked outrage not for changing their fries, but for replacing their legendary potato wedges.
10.
All right, we've officially cracked the top 10. And kicking things off at number 10 is the source of that spicy controversy, KFC. Now, with KFC, the debate isn't just about whether the fries are good or bad. This is a civil war. On one side, you have the heartbroken fans of the dearly departed potato wedges. If the potato wedges don't return, I'll never eat a fried KFC again. So why did KFC commit this act of potato-cide? There's a conspiracy theory that the parent company, Yum Brands, wanted to save money by using the same fries for both KFC and Taco Bell. But on the other side of the conflict, you have the people who actually love the new fries. And they have a secret weapon: the chicken grease. They point out that frying them in the same oil as the chicken gives them a hint of that signature fried chicken flavor. The pro-fry side even fires back, arguing that the wedge people weren't frequent customers anyway. As one person put it, "I personally love them. The wedge people I've spoken to went like 1 to 2 times a year, so it's not like they were contributing much." So, the secret to a great chicken joint fry might just be the chicken itself. But what happens when another chicken champion enters the ring with fries that have the potential to be amazing, but are often plagued by a fatal flaw? Coming up next, we tackle the wild inconsistency of Popeyes.
9. That other chicken champion we mentioned is, of course, Popeyes, landing at number 9. And the story of their fries isn't about a bad recipe or a lost love. It's about frustrating, inconsistent potential. When Popeyes fries are good, fans say they're not just good, they're the most underrated fries in the game. Some even call them their best side, overshadowed by the famous chicken and biscuits. Popeyes has the most underrated fries. Nobody talks about them like they do with the chicken, biscuits, etc. So if they can be that good, why are they only at number 9? One word: execution. This is their fatal flaw. Popeyes fries, when they're done right, are excellent. If they're undercooked or spend too much time closed up in the box, they're soggy and terrible. And unfortunately, many people get the bad batch far too often. They complain that they're always cold and have that gritty, been around way too long texture. It's the hope that kills you. You know a great fry is possible, but you're so often handed a soggy, sad disappointment. So far, we've dealt mostly with standard straight-cut fries. But what happens when a chain throws a curveball, or rather, a curl? Coming up next, we finally get to the most iconic of the shaped fries, a West Coast favorite that has a secret ordering tip you won't want to miss.
8. That curly West Coast favorite we were talking about is Jack in the Box, jumping up to number 8. For the first time on our list, we're talking about a fry that has a truly devoted and growing fan base. And it's all about one thing: the curly fries. They're seasoned, they're fun, they're just a completely different experience from the standard straight fry. But here's that secret tip we promised for those days when you're feeling indecisive. A fan pointed it out. You can order half-Cs. That's right, you can get both the curly and the regular fries in the same container.
Get halfsies to try both regular and curly. It's the perfect way to get the best of both worlds, though most people end up converted to Team Curly. And what makes these fries even better? The value. Many fans noted that by using their app, you can often get a whole lot of food for a great price. Good fries, fun shapes, and a great price. It's a simple formula, but it's one that Jack in the Box gets right. So curly fries are one thing, but what about thin shoestring fries tossed in an herb and garlic seasoning so good it has its own passionate following? Coming up next, a gourmet burger joint whose secret ingredient is a simple aromatic herb that elevates their fries to a whole new level. If you're still watching and finding these details valuable, I'd really appreciate it if you leave the number 8 in the comments below, just to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you'll consider subscribing and ringing that bell so you don't miss a thing. Your support is what allows us to keep creating helpful content to inform and inspire you. Now let's get back to it. 7. That gourmet burger joint with the secret herb is Smashburger, smashing its way into the number 7 spot. We are now officially in the top half of our list, where the fries go from just good to truly special. And what makes these fries special is that one simple aromatic herb we teased, rosemary. Fans are passionate about the rosemary and olive oil combination, calling it incredible. It's a rosemary herb base, tossed fresh from the fryer to maximize coverage. And thanks to an insider, we know the secret. It's a rosemary herb paste tossed with the fries fresh out of the fryer to get that perfect, even coating. But Smashburger gets major points for another reason, something incredibly important for many of our viewers. They have a dedicated gluten-free fryer. This makes them a rare, safe option. Well done. So, amazing flavor, a safe option for gluten-free folks. Why aren't they in the top 5? The reason is something we saw a lot of complaints about. While the fries are still beloved, many people feel the chain as a whole has gone downhill. So, thin fries are great, but what about ultra-thin fries? We're talking so thin and crispy, they're almost like potato sticks. Coming up next, a chain that takes us back in time with its retro diner vibe and serves up some of the skinniest, crispiest fries in the game, made even better by their signature dipping sauces. 6. That retro diner serving up those impossibly thin fries is Freddys frozen custard and steak burgers, landing at a very strong number 6. If you love a shoestring fry, prepare to meet your new champion. Freddys has mastered the art of the ultra-thin fry. We're talking pencil-shaving thin. Fans of this style are completely devoted, calling them top tier and the perfect representation of what a crispy fry should be. Freddys thin-cut shoestring fries are definitely my favorite, especially when well done crispy. But what good is a perfect fry without the perfect dip? Freddys understands this better than most. Their signature fry sauce, and especially their spicy cheese sauce, got rave reviews. The cheese fries? Bruh, so good. Cheese is a tiny bit spicy. Now, this style isn't for everybody. Some feel they're too thin, crossing the line from fry into potato stick territory. But for the thin and crispy believers, Freddys is heaven. They know exactly what they're doing, and they do it perfectly. So we've had classic fries, curly fries, and ultra-thin fries. But what about a fry that breaks all the rules? One that's seasoned like a taco and served with a side of warm, gooey nacho cheese. Coming up next, we have the most frustrating, most beloved, and most sought-after limited-time-only fry in the entire fast food universe. Blink and you might miss them. 5. That frustrating, fleeting, phenomenal fry we teased can only be one thing. the nacho fries from Taco Bell, bursting onto our list at number 5. This might be the most emotionally charged entry on our entire list. When they are available, the love is intense. Fans call them, without hesitation, the best fast food fries in the game. Full stop. But there's always a but with these fries, and it's a big one. As one fan perfectly summarized, Taco Bell's nacho fries are the best, but they're a rotating menu item, so they don't always have them. So what makes them worth the heartbreak? First, the seasoning. People say they're great even without the cheese, but it's the nacho cheese sauce that pushes them into legendary status. And true fans know how to do it right. You have to double the order and get extra cheese. It's the only way. They appear, they bring joy to the world, and then, poof, they vanish, leaving us to wonder when or if they'll ever return. It's a cruel, delicious game. So, a limited-time fry can cause a lot of drama. But what about a permanent menu item that has dominated its category for decades? We met one contender for the curly fry crown earlier, but now we meet the undisputed king. Coming up next, the chain that's famous for having the meats, but might be even more famous for their iconic spirals of seasoned potato and a secret sauce combination that will change your life.
4. The undisputed king of the curly fry is Arbys, reigning at number 4. When it comes to this category, frankly, it's not even close. They have the meats, sure, but many would argue their true legacy is these spirals of seasoned potato. Fans are confident in their superiority. Easy! Arbys, duh! The curly fries are the perfect fries and very iconic. But what really elevates the Arbys experience isn't just the fries, it's the sauce. And we found a pro tip from a former employee that will change how you eat them forever. Forget just dipping them in cheddar sauce. Ask them to mix the cheddar and their red ranch sauce together. In the words of the insider, that combination is heaven in a cup. So, iconic fries, a life-changing sauce hack. What keeps them out of the top 3? A familiar problem rears its ugly head: consistency. The frustration of getting a carton full of sad little crunchy bits instead of full curls holds them back. We are now entering the top 3, where the competition gets really serious. Coming up next, a chain whose fry portions are so massive they almost require a warning label. A place that uses fresh-cut potatoes and a special type of oil for an unmistakable flavor, but at a price that might make you think twice.
3. We have officially breached the top 3, and coming in with a bronze medal at number 3 is the home of the legendary Five Guys. This is where quality and quantity collide in the most glorious and overwhelming way. Let's talk about the portions, because they are truly legendary. One fan shared an incredible story of an employee pulling him aside to warn him about the hell he was about to unleash by ordering a large. But it's not just about a mountain of fries. It's about a mountain of high-quality fries. They use fresh-cut potatoes, and most importantly, they cook them in 100% peanut oil, which gives them that rich, unmistakable flavor. So you get a ton of amazing, fresh-cut peanut oil fried potatoes. What's the catch? Well, it's the elephant in the room: the price. You need a second mortgage to afford Five Guys at this point. It's a classic case of you get what you pay for, but there's no denying it. A trip here for fries feels more like an investment. So a premium fry comes at a premium price. But what about the silver medalist? The most famous, most recognizable fry on planet Earth. The one that, for better or worse, sets the gold standard that all others are judged against.
Coming up next, the fry that is probably within a 5-minute drive of you right now, and the story of the one ingredient change that fans still talk about decades later.
2. Claiming the silver medal at number 2 is the most recognizable fry on earth. The one, the only, McDonald's. Love 'em or hate 'em, the Golden Arches have defined the classic American fry for generations. Even people who dislike the chain have to admit, when it comes to the fries, they are unbeatable. I think McDonald's is overrated in general, but I don't think it's possible to beat their fries. They are the gold standard, the benchmark, the fry that all other fast food fries are secretly judged against. They are the definition of the classic American shoestring fry. But we can't talk about McDonald's fries without talking about the ingredient change that people still mourn to this day, the loss of beef tallow. Before 1990, these fries were cooked in beef fat, and according to those who were there, it created something magical. One fan described it as the most delicious and addicting food product on the planet. Ever since McDonald's stopped using tallow, they're just not the same. Give me my unhealthy fries, damn it! Now, the modern vegetable oil version may not hold that same legendary status, but let's be honest, they're still the fries that every other chain is trying to copy. So if the most famous fry in the world only gets the silver medal, who could possibly claim the top spot? Who could beat the undisputed benchmark? Coming up next, our number 1 champion, a drive-thru king known for its unique, crispy, seasoned batter that no one else can replicate. It's a chain so good, it goes by 2 different names depending on where you are in the country. The final reveal is next.
1. We've gone from the bottom to the top. We've seen fallen heroes and surprising contenders. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The number 1 spot. The undisputed champion of fast food fries, according to the people, is Checkers and Rallies. That's right, the drive-thru king with the 2 names takes the crown. And folks, it wasn't even close. In thread after thread, these fries were praised with a passion we didn't see for any other chain. Their secret? It's that one-of-a-kind, crispy, seasoned batter. It's not a shoestring, it's not a crinkle cut, it's its own category. I tried Checkers fries a few months ago, and they were so far above everyone else, it's crazy. Rallies/Checkers fries are great. I can't even remember what the rest of their menu looks like, since I've only ever gotten the fries. Now, you might be saying, wait, is it Checkers or is it Rallies? The answer is yes. It's just regional branding for the same great fry. As one person explained, it's Checkers in places like Virginia, but as you head south, it becomes Rallies. Same great fry, just a different sign out front. And there you have it. From tragic disappointment to the seasoned, battered perfection of our champion. It's been quite a journey. It's clear that for a nation of fry lovers, it's not just about potatoes and salt. It's about nostalgia, consistency, and that perfect, crispy bite. But now we want to hear from you. Do you agree with this list? Who do you think has the best fries in America? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this trip down the fast food lane, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the food we love.